was fierce this year. Whether you were out there representing Rise or Elite, the community was showing up.
There is one that made the most impact for their affiliation, the My Player with the most wins in the city, well over 14,000 and still counting. Our city champion for NBA 2K24 is Ryan 44 Boss TTV.
14,000 wins? Did we even get 14 wins for Team 2K TV?
Over 14,000.
14K, let's go.
Coming up next, the Raptors taking on the Pacers. For the Toronto Raptors, in strong position here midway through the season. Ranked 5th in the East and aiming for a top spot. Pacers, Raptors, coming. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlancourt here on the 5 for the Raptors. They've got Kyrie Irving. Yurts have been out there with Porter. Then it's Collins, and it's Pritchard in at the 2-guard spot. And for Indiana, Gallinari is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Vassell in at shooting guard. And here in the early part of the season, Clark, just how important is it to have a team that's been together for a few years, knows what the other one's doing, the chemistry aspect?
You know, Kevin, I don't think you can ever overestimate the value of experience. It helps the season early on go smoother. You don't have to learn each other as much. It really gives you a chance to hit the ground running as a team.
A fadeaway. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Hey, there's no denying it. Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer than he gets credit for.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He does not lack for confidence. He should. This guy's a dangerous scorer.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for the Pacers, Stephen Curry.
Free throw good by Curry. Oh, GA, the long arms and athleticism up and down this roster for the Raptors. It is something.
Yeah, they have a type that they're looking for. Blocks, steals, deflections, all coming in bunches. The activity will be there.
Pritchard, yep, that one goes.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Curry passes to Gallinari. Capella kicks to Curry. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got 6.
Right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Outside, Porter fires from the wing. He can't get that one. The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Curry against Irving. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Pass to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray.
You got to run Kyrie off that line. If you let him get comfortable and find his shot from behind the arc, it's a wrap.
Porter with the steal. 1-on-1 here. Here's Collins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Raptors, Zach Collins. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
The pass to Vassell. Now Curry. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Towns. Count that one.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Passes it to Irving. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 5.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Capella finds Gallinari. Outside, Towns. Pass to Vassell. And the shot goes in.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
Porter looking it over. Here's Pritchard. Last game out, he had 14. And yes, it's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Capella trying to free himself up. Out to Gallinari. Launches it. And the Pacers another 3.
Set him up, knock him down. Gallinari's a rhythm shooter. Looking good on that one.
Pass to Yurtsevin. Outside Irving. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers.
In terms of finishing ability, it's hard to think of someone who tops Kyrie Irving.
Greg, the list is short, particularly when you talk about guys of his size, okay? His bag of tricks is limitless when you talk about finishing in close quarters against bigger guys. There are few that are in his class in that regard.
Shoots from 12. Again, Toronto.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Curry passes to Vassell. Some nice passing here by Indiana. There's the pass to Porter. Down low. It's tipped. Towns with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Delicious dime from Curry there. One of the reasons his teammates love playing with him.
Here's Pritchard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Porter kicks to Yurtsevin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pritchard. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Hey, Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the 3.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
And the first one at the line is good. Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
Aviez checked in for the Pacers. And with Towns, we're looking at one of the best three-point shooting big men in the NBA, Clark. He is something to watch.
He really is, and when you add in everything else he does, Kevin, he's one of the best players in the league, period.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Exactly what they needed from Towns, using his size and strength to box out and keep that play alive.
Back to Irving. Passes to Pritchard. Now Yurtsevin. Capella covering. Over to the wing. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the Pacers another 3.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for Indiana. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Avdia. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. To the right side. Yurtsevin, no good. Indiana leading by 9. Towns, the pass to Capella. Back to Curry. Outside, Towns. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Trent gets the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Pass to Coffey. And there's the drive. And Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Here's Coffey. Nothing on the board. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Second Adams is checked in for Indiana. And then for Toronto. Collins comes in for Yurtsevin. And it's Austin Rivers in for Amir Coffey. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. Pritchard passes to Collins. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And that one, good. Trent's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
You know, Clark, I remember you had such a strong mid-range game when you were playing. You think it would have been hard to stretch your game out to 3, like a lot of guys are doing now.
You know what, Kevin? It's interesting. I was actually starting to try to add the three-point shot to my game way back in the mid-'80s as part of my development. So I don't think it's hard. It's a matter of putting the work in. And shooting is one of those skills in the game that can really be refined with good mechanics and just volume of work.
And that one falls for Collins. And with some of the new rooting interest for fans, some concern about potential hostility for the players when great things don't go their way.
I mean, there's a lot riding on the outcome of games and stat lines. And that's something the league has to take seriously, making sure the players are protected because the emotions can run rampant.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. But that fella's got some big feet, too.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Vassell knows where his bread is buttered. He said, I want to excel at the defensive end. When I was at Florida State, you're not going to play if you don't play defense. That stuck with me. You can't control makes and misses, but you can control what you do on the defensive end. Kevin?
Oh, David, I like that mentality. Good for him. Hey, thanks for that story. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Curry. Here's Rivers. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rivers has got his first points of the night.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at it. Get to the rack.
Count it. Good. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to Rivers. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Back to Rivers. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Indiana. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or 2 later on, they can start to break out of that pattern.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Rivers, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Craig, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard. And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Porter's checked in for the Raptors. Kyrie Irving comes in for Pritchard. And here are the Raptors now, trailing by 19. A minute 50 left in the first half of the game. Here's Sohan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Stephen Curry. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And good that time. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
The pass to Sohan. Shoots over Towns, on target from 13 feet. 1:07 left here in the second. Trent against Rivers. Hit the floater. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 7 points in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Back to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's Porter Jr. Shows nice follow-through on the shot, even through the contact.
Outside Curry. From outside the arc. That one's not going to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Your Pacers.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
And the game plan they went with was very clear. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high.
And that's going to do it for us here.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So for Toronto right now, they've got Porter. Collins is out there with Yurtsevin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Pritchard in at the 2. And that one's good, Irving.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
And Clark, here we are watching Kyrie Irving when he's on. It is amazing to watch.
Remarkably smooth as an athlete, Kevin, and otherworldly when you look at his skills as a basketball player, particularly ball handling and shot making. Talking pure basketball, he's one of the most entertaining players of the last 30 years for sure.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Monday, the New Orleans Pelicans will come into town. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And you know for that matchup with Washington, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with a win, it's going to be a huge confidence boost.
Second personal foul.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
At the line, for the Pacers, Stephen Curry.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
And watching Steph go to work is watching a living legend. Already one of the best to ever do it, and he is still adding to his resume.
The Pacers making a change here. Towns is checked in. Inside. The shot from the low post is good. Yurtseven's got 6.
With the excellent combination of size and touch, he's a tremendous finisher inside.
Here's Curry. Misses the layup.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, Vassell. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. A new 14 for Indiana. And it's Capella missing.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Porter passes to Pritchard. He takes it in. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. 11 points in the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they get it back. Curry outside. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Shot clock at 6. Gallinari kicks to Vassell. And Indiana, another 3.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Passes it to Irving. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Toronto has a new head coach in Darko Rajakovic. He started coaching at 16 in his home country of Serbia. So even though he's still young, he's already a lifer. In his near decade as an NBA assistant coach, he made a name for himself in player development. Of course, Kevin, that's going to be essential now with the rebuilding Raptors.
It is, but I love his resume. His story is terrific. He is just what they need. David, thank you.
Pacers, Karl Anthony Towns.
The free throw drops for Towns.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
A nice shot by Irving.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Curry. Count the basket. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Here's Coffey. The Pacers pull it in. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Tries from 10. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Capella. Drops in the layup for 2. Capella's got his second bucket of the night.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Here's Irving. And it's Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry who brings it up for Indiana. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns, no luck.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And so it's... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Adams is out there with Towns. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Curry in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Just one of the craftiest scorers inside. Curry has all sorts of ways to get that shot up and over the defense.
Rivers dishes to Murray. Rivers bounce pass. Here's Coffey. It's hauled in by Adams. Indiana's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. That one falls.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Driving inside. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Livers is checked in, and it's Hardy in for Stephen Curry. And with the new CBA, Clark, one thing that again didn't get any traction, the franchise tag.
Yeah, not surprising. I mean, if a guy really wants to leave a team these days, most of the time a trade will be made. It doesn't necessarily have to get to free agency.
Prince, the pass delivers. The shot comes out. Murray with the defensive effort. Here's Hardy. From 7, and again it's Indiana.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Coffee. Here's Murray, and they pick up 2.
Got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Pass to Prince. Takes it inside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Outside for Murray. Now the pass to Toppin. It's rebounded by Indiana. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardy passes to Adams, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's Murray. The Pacers pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. They grab their own miss. Oladipo lays it up off the glass. Oladipo's got his first bucket in this one. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Yurtseveni's checked in for the Raptors. Pass to Coffee. Stolen by Prince. Pass to Hardy.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the Heat.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And Indiana making a change here. Trent's checked in. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Raptors. And that one's good. Hardy.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
It's Prince on the wing. That shot, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. To the wing right side. For the 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Pacers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Trent can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Now here's Hardy. He's defended by Yurtseven. Hardy, no good. The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And the NBA last season, Clark setting records in attendance. Fans are pouring into the arenas on a nightly basis.
Well, it's a great game. I mean, you and I are biased, Kevin. We love the NBA. I played in it. You've broadcasted for a long time. But I do think there's another element, not just the excellence of the players, but the parity that exists now. There are a lot more teams that are playoff worthy. And that keeps them, and I think their fans, engaged as well.
In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Trent passes to Prince. And Adams kicks to Trent. Pocket 6. Kicks it out to Prince. Toppin with the steal. Here's Coffey. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Trent finds Vassell. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Trent, left side. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Vassell.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
For Indiana, Devin Vassell.
And that one falls for Vassell. Here we are looking around the NBA. Clark, which division do you think is the strongest overall?
I think it's pretty clear, man. You look at that Pacific division out west, you're talking Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, Kings, Suns. Show me another division that can match that for entertainment value, quality of number of all-stars, and caliber of the teams. That's the one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Now, here is Gallinari. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They poured it out. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Tonight and showing your passion. Get home safe, and we will see you again soon.
Better off than locking the ain't any